So, picking up where we left off last time, and then going to take off and have a look around the planet from the air. So just pick a direction, fly. This landscape looks very interesting. There's a lot of mountains, valleys. Yeah, pull up land, we're not going to land again. The speed of the ship is very limited for the landing it down intentionally. So I do enhanced safety during docking. I sometimes use this tactic to do an exobiology from the air to keep speed down when moving around between plants and specimens. Here we're going to have a look at these mountains and these valleys. The main reason I'm taking this interest in this particular planet is it's the furthest one from the Sun. It's the furthest body in our solar system. So got to be something a bit different out here, I think. There's nothing in the way of minerals or deposits out here. There are a few regular market sites I found. I'll go visit one of them in a minute. But first let's take a look around this landscape. There's be a line of mountains here I'm just following. Where does that go? Let's take a look down there, just get an idea of the sides of the mountain, bits I can't really see from the cockpit here. Well, they have got a viewing window in the floor of the Mandalay cockpit. It's not the same as the all-round lower view of the freighters. Ironically makes them very good for this. T6 is a particularly good ship for this kind of viewing, this kind of thing, because the cockpit's got that all-round view around the feet. The ship itself's got a good range. SCO's another story, that doesn't handle it too well. There's a big valley there. That is very interesting. I've got very careful on my altitude that I don't crash into the top of the mountain. It's very easy to, you think, oh, I've got 800 metres, I'm fine. And then you go to a really high mountain, you've got less than 50 metres between the ship and the top of the mountain. And if you're looking down at the bottom or not looking where you can see your altimeter, it can catch you out. You've got to be very careful. It's interesting that while I'm still within the solar system, I'm in a very isolated part of it. It's almost like being out in the Colonia region, exploring. But here I am right at the centre of the bubble. Okay, there's not entirely devoid of life. We did notice that T9 flying around, but I noticed there's no NPC vessels on my radar. That looks a bit dark down there, doesn't it? Okay, there's a mountain, really sharp looking one. They're very jagged, very steep, and the high gravity, getting an SRV up there would be pretty impossible. Climbing up there would be equally impossible, I suspect. Landing on top of them wouldn't happen either. So they would be pretty much unassailable. Get on there would be, yeah, just wouldn't happen. And these mountains are quite random, they continue as far as the eye can see. You don't often get planets with this type of surface geology. Topology is what I'm looking for. change that much. You get a few flatter areas in the middle. Not a lot. Covering large areas of ground like this, you've got to keep a very close eye on the altitude. It can change rapidly with the surface topology underneath. The speed I'm going, over 200 meters per second. It won't end well if I collide with something. Easy to get complacent on the flatter areas. You get these mountains. I want to purposely go close to the peak so I get a better look at the surface and the sides of the mountain. At the same time, that introduces its own risks. Very steep sides, steep valleys. I'm not sure how much of those mountains are actually made of rock, mostly ice sort of thing, looking at the shape of them. But without doing a geological test, it's pretty hard to say. Certainly couldn't tell from looking at it from the air. Mountain range there. The main reason I'm taking such interest in this body is the fact it's such a far away. It's the furthest body from the Sun. It's in our own local solar system. Like I said at the beginning of the series, I was going to avoid the touristy areas, focus more on the not so touristy areas, the less seen parts of Sol. This kind of gravity, that's to be expected. Let's kind of walk around, see what it looks like around here.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
I'd like to climb that mountain, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do it. Let's see if I can get on top of the ship. No chance. Ooh, that was a hell of a hard landing. You see, if I get to the lowest point of the wing, see if I can get up there. Just want to see, this high gravity makes it very difficult to do anything. I know someone who finds settlement assaults quite difficult on high gravity planets. Very hard to jump anywhere, he says. Very difficult to scale walls or bottom buildings. This RV doesn't jump very well either. It's a whole new challenge to it. Not in a good way though. I don't know if I get on the landing gear, but I can't get up on top of the ship from there. I've got an idea. Let's try a different way. What's that message? Oh yeah, that's from earlier. Who's that? Another ship. Type 6 transporter. Why are all these cargo ships lying around this particular body? Type 6 is a bit more believable. Well, there's irregular markers sites around here. It's more like the kind of ship they'd be using. And he's out of here. Let's see if I can get on top of the ship now. I'm doing this really just to explore movement in high gravity environments. Oh, good. Even getting on the SRV's challenging. Oh, get you up there. And up there. There we go. Well, there's a will, there's a way. Right, let's get up here and have a look. I'm not going to try and jump up there because I'll probably end up falling off. Or just not make it. You've seen the top of this ship before. But again, with all these different surfaces and things doing obstructions in the way, and the 2G gravity, it's quite challenging to actually get around on this ship. Those spinning things fascinate me. I don't know what they are, what they do. Now what really gets me is I can stand on these things and I don't rotate with them, which is really annoying. It's like, why don't I slowly spin round on top of these things? Yes, simple things and all that. Simple things. But it's the little things that make the big things happen. I still don't know what those things actually do, other than slowly rotate. Why? What are they? I don't have those answers yet. Maybe in a future video I might have an update on that. If I can find the technical manual. Sure, buried in there somewhere, I'll tell you what they are. Okay, that wasn't too bad jumping down. Experimentation over, let's get back in the ship. I think I want to check out one of these sites. Impact site maybe. Look how far said there is from here. 367, 695. It's a long way just from the next furthest body to get here. No small trip. So slow we lift off at this gravity. Very slowly. Even leaving the planet takes time. Anything you can do quickly and easily in high gravity worlds is crash. site, not create a new one. Look at the size of that red circle on the radar. That's the sphere of influence of the planet. High gravity means a much bigger circle, much larger influence. It takes a lot longer to get out of it. What I've done is I've come out into space and turned around because it's right on the other side of the planet. It's easier to go back out to space, fly around the planet and come down the other side. They're on the dark side of the planet, so we have to use night vision. Being an impact site, usually a satellite of some kind, you want to see it until you're really close up to it. Land a little distance out because I'm just cautious by nature of these things. You don't know who or what might be lurking near it, and I notice there is a out of range ship appearing on the radar, which is also cause for concern potentially. You can get the Bobble Brigade turn up. Again, you've got to suspend disbelief a little bit. We give you a different suit there for that. Bearing in mind where we are. Ah, skimmer, joy. First thing that I'll do is identify the skimmer. Who's it belong to? What's its legal status? Wanted, oh, that's fine, destroy it then. Got no shield, interestingly, I normally have. Well. Bye bye, skimmer. So that's a nav beacon.
Warning,
really?
Trespass zone.
No, you can do your trespass though.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
I'm going to find anything on foot. I think it's going to be a data point. What's that? Make sure the data scanner is actually configured unless this will be. Yes, it is. Okay. So which alloys? I don't need those. I've got no use for those. This is damn data point. Right, so looks like a bit confused. Data point's pointing to a random place. I'm getting more confused by the minute now. What is it? Power regulated data point. There we go. Right, where is it? Insist. This is an earlier Horizons era surface discovery from an earlier iteration of the game, where you only had the SRV, you couldn't get out on foot and do anything. What's that?
Cargo scoop deployed.
I've got them anyway, what the hell.
Cargo scoop retracted.
They're salvaged now, definitely. No, they're salvaged alloys. I make them double salvaged. How many times can you salvage an alloy? Got to be a question for the pub quiz, isn't it? Well, that was a bit of an anticlimax, wasn't it? Thought there'd be more interesting things to find than that, but there we go. Now we've seen Persephone. What to do next? I think the plan now would be to go back in. Oh, why did I do that? Let's get back to the system map. Okay. Just looking for a station, might be preferably a surface port to go and hang out at. I think there's more to be found in there. There's definitely more to see here in Seoul, but it's more touristy. So I want to find somewhere a bit out of the way. 499 seconds away, okay. But ironically, I've got enough fuel to make it. I've fitted this ship out with fuel tanks to replace all the cargo racks with them. More than double the fuel capacity. It doesn't even use anywhere near as much fuel as a Thunderbolt, so they've actually made it all the way out here and not use any fuel comparatively. I've still got enough fuel to get back to Doran's camp. It's on Ganymede, one of the moons of Jupiter. So that's where we're going next. We're going to go away to Persephone first though. Take a bit of time given the gravity. Ship has appeared, or two more ships, so that's, yeah, there is an installation nearby, so there is some reason to be out there. Out here. I'm not hanging around Persephone though. To be honest, if I saw a Type 6 transporter floating around a desolate planet like that, I'd be suspicious. Type 9, I would really question what the hell's going on. There we go, seen both of those examples out here. As you can see, we're still not out of the gravity field yet. And we're still gliding very slowly away. Still over 1G, even now. We're falling away. Out of all-water flight now. Let's line up with Doran's camp, get on our way back to Ganymede. Taking it slowly because I'm going to fly around Persephone as I do it. Don't want to crash into it. There it is. By rather quicker than normal, as I'm going a lot faster than normally. Jupiter. Over the right.
Orbital flight engaged.
Get a bit closer. So we're a bit too far out. Well, the drop out of Super Cruise too far away. It's a long flight in normal space to get there. We're on point now, should be. Yeah, we will drop out just the right way. You can see it now. There we've arrived.
Sorgon Sierra Tango Alpha, Federal Flight Control Channel open. Be aware, weapon fire restrictions are in operation at this terrestrial facility. Landing authorized. Assigned to landing pad 09er.
There's our landing pad.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, very close. Look at that. That's just guesswork. But we're landed. And here the journey ends for now.